His hands, carpenter hands, rough, weathered hands, and yet so gentle and loving. His hands reached out and touched a leper, and the disease was erased from his body. His hand reached out and touched Peter's mother-in-law, and her fever disappeared. His hands reached out and lifted Jairus' daughter from her deathbed. His hands opened the ears of the deaf and the eyes of the blind, and mended the bones of the lame. Countless infirmities, illnesses, deformities, gone. His hands reached out, blessing little children where others would have turned them aside. His hands reached down, rescuing Peter from a churning sea that would have swallowed him. His hands blessing and breaking bread, folding in prayer. Such simple gestures, and yet so profound. Those hands that have shown mercy and kindness, given love and healing. Those hands that served me, Thaddeus, and his other brothers, and worshiped his Father. They are the hands of God in this very room. All of us have received blessings from his hands. All of us have seen the miracles those hands have performed. Who could betray him into the hands of an enemy? Will I, Thaddeus, betray you? Is it I?
I am John, the beloved disciple, beloved, loved by Jesus, loved by who was in the beginning with God, loved by the one who is greater than all of us, and yet washes our feet, setting an example of humility and servitude. You might think, because Jesus calls me his beloved disciple, that I have reason to be proud. Oh, how I have learned that the opposite is true. I once thought that I might hold a place of power and prestige in his kingdom, but he has shown me over and over that the war he wages is a spiritual battle. He reaches out to the needy, paupers. He does not seek out the rich and powerful. He dines in the homes of sinners and common folk, not the elite. I have seen him equally befriend a well-known Pharisee and an immoral woman, forgiving both. God has sent his Son because he loved the world, the lowly, me, so much. So much that he does not want any of us to perish, but to have everlasting life. This Jesus, he is the way, the truth. He is life. Even though we are all his closest friends and followers, I do not think we can truly understand the depth of his love. I believe he would give his life for mine. How could I not do the same? Will my pride cause me to stumble? Will I betray him? Could I? Is it I?
I have been listening to Jesus speak around this table tonight, and I simply do not understand. Words meant to comfort, but words met with misunderstanding and confusion. Talk of betrayal met with incredulity and suspicion. Where is he going? There's so much left to do, right here, right now. Sometimes I marvel that I, Thomas, have seen Jesus with my own eyes. I have touched my Lord and Master with my own hands. I have witnessed him perform wonders and change lives. How can we follow him if we don't know where he's going? Is there something that I have done or will do that will contribute to this betrayal he speaks of? Has he seen my lack of faith, my hidden doubts, my fears? Is it I?
I am Judas Iscariot. I am the treasurer for this group. I have followed Jesus, but I am growing tired of his reluctance to take a stand against our oppressors. I believe he is who he says he is, but why would God send a Messiah for this, to wash feet and serve bread? I have no need of a spiritual king. We need a political king, someone to rise up and overthrow these Roman tyrants. Thousands of people followed him over mountainsides and across rivers to hear him speak. Surely he could put together an army in no time. Something must be done to force him to make his move, to lead us to victory, to establish the new kingdom. A betrayer among us, indeed. All these men look at one another suspiciously around this table, wondering, guessing, accusing. They look inwardly and ponder their own motivations. But why do they sit here like sheep waiting for a shepherd? Someone must do something. Well, I have. Tonight, the elders and chief priests will help me, help him, usher in the promised kingdom. History will thank me for this. Oh yes, someone has betrayed him. Perhaps all of us will before this night is over.